Okay, welcome back to another episode, and we are doing something a little bit different from how we last left off. We're jumping straight into a match here. I was hoping to get my last scout to buy my central defensive midfielder, but I just couldn't wait last night. I was just in the mood. I hit form, and I wanted to play another match. So that was this match here against Roma. We can see it's a decent side. I believe this is a 2-star match. And yeah, we're going to jump straight into this before we then look at whether or not we won the scout that we needed and signed our midfielder. So this is going to be fairly short because I have to admit that it was a bit of a whitewash. This is only this chap's second match, I think. And he lost his first one, and I'm going to do a little spoilers here. He lost this one as well very, very comfortably as we score our first goal there with Mira just slotting it in after 6 minutes of game time. Now we're going to move straight ahead. We're looking at 10 minutes of game time here, and they have given the ball away very sloppily, and we are pushing forward again with Mira. He's holding up. Flicks it through to Ronaldo, who comes into the box and slots it past the keeper for the second goal. So this was a bit of a routing here as we are playing the ball nice and wide again with Tate in that wide right position. It's a good save this time by the keeper for Roma. So a corner here, and we are whipping it in, headed up. But unfortunately, no joy there, even with a poor defensive clearance. We're heading into half-time at 2-0. And you can see here we had 10 shots. Not all on target, obviously, but still 10 shots is a lot for one half. As we're into the second half here, we're knocking the ball about very comfortably. Mura slots it into the right-hand corner for the third goal. And we're jumping ahead. This is myself clearing the ball, or taking a goal kick, straight to Ronaldo. There's no pressure on him. A quick header and a 1-2. Ronaldo sees the slot through for Mura to line up another goal. And now it's 4-0. And again, we're pinging the ball around. We're in the 80th minute here. De Pablo, he dribbles it through and takes the 5th goal. And that will do us here as we head into injury time. 5-0, and just quickly to show that we hit 20 shots at them. Only got a few on target though, just the 8. 55% of possession. It's quite a lot when you're scoring that many goals and there's that many restarts. So very, very pleased with that. And then just before we jump further in the video, just to show you our last results, we got the 2-2 draw. We got the 1-1 draw. We got that 1-0 win in the last episode, very hard fought, and then this 5-0 win. So we're on a bit of a run of games here, and we're going to jump into seeing if we can do some transfers. We have logged back in, and a few hours later, if you hear any rustling in the background, sorry, that's my dog playing with a chew toy. But we have a bit of a disaster here. We have failed in our transfer fee for a long throw. We actually lost out by 1,000 GP, so we bet or bid 8,000. I think it went for 9,000, so quite annoying. We also missed out on our right wing forward, but that's fine. That just means we get some more money back, which was already committed, so quite pleased with that. What we're gonna have to do is go back in and bid on a long throw. We're gonna throw a load of money at it and just make sure that we get it. I think I'm going to spend about 14k on this. And then what I've also realised is that I've picked up some scouts just through playing, some 3-star scouts. And it looks like I've got a decent left back and ball control. So it looks like we might be able to pick up Ashley Young from Inter Milan. So what I am also going to do is place a bid on Inter Milan 4-star. And see if we can match that with our 3 stars and end up with Young as our left back. That would be quite good. I know he's a bit older, but age doesn't really matter in this, and he is still fast. As you can see, still a strong defender, so he'd be really beneficial to me. He can play in left midfield if we change our tactics as well. So quite pleased with that, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens there as we jump into another game. So we are in another game here, and this is a 3-star match. So we're going to have our work cut out for us really here, because I don't know many of these players in real life, but they're all mid-80s. They've got a bench full of 80s as well. Most of our team are a mixture of 60s, 70s, and a couple of low 80s. So it's going to be a real hard battle. In fact, I don't think... Yeah, we've got a couple of 80s in the backfield. But this is going to be a hard match, and let's see how it turns out. And with that, we are straight into the game then, and it is going to be a difficult battle, as we said. We're already a minute in, and they have a corner, which is very scrappily defended, bouncing all over the place, and they tap it in for the first goal within a few minutes there. Now, this is about all we can do. They're playing a deep line here defensively with very tight marking on my central forward mirror, and I just can't break through their defence. We're keeping a lot of the ball for the most part, but they are quick to snatch up any missed touches. And there we go, another breakaway, and 15 minutes in, they've scored a second goal. We managed to knock the ball about a little bit, but that's about our best chance of the first half, and that will take us into half-time, 2-0 down. And as you can see, that we have got most of the possession, but just no shots on target. Strangely, that last one there didn't count for some reason. So into the second half, we're making a break down the wing, but we just haven't got any pace, haven't got any desire, can't move the ball effectively. And look how many men they've got back. They've got 8 men back behind the ball on the edge of the box there. And then also when they take the ball, they can break away like this. Luckily, we've got Kimpembe, who can be a bit of a rock there defensively, but he can't do everything himself. Got a bit annoyed here, I'm not going to lie, but just trying to knock it about, just trying to find a gap from their defence, but they were just too quick and too fit. It is really hard. Look at this. So we had perfect positioning here, a good 1-2, but just no speed, no stamina to get through and get on the end of that ball. Just very difficult. And then they've taken the ball away from us, and a couple of passes. They've made a big counter, and they're through on goal for the third goal. And the last attempt here from us, a little chip cross, doesn't really do much, and they're able to clear for full time. So 3-0 here as the whistle blows. 3-0, and just finding it really hard with those 3-star matches with this team that I've got at the moment. So that sparked me to think, what else could I do rather than just waiting for a few transfers to drip through? And I noticed I could do a few of these mini challenges in the MyClub records to get some coins, some of those gold coins. And if you get 250, you can buy a pack. So here we go, we're zooming in. This is a European Legends pack. It's a gold ball, so not a legend, but it's a goalkeeper, and it is Burnley's Pope. An 81 goalkeeper, so a slight improvement to the 80 that we've got at the moment. But very, very disappointing to have done those challenges all for nothing. I know they're just menu challenges, but it's still disappointing. 2 midfielders as well that I will go into my team, central midfielders from the Russian league. I've got no idea about them. And now we're going to put another bid. Oh no, this is our bid coming through. So this was for Inter Milan. So we have successfully won that for 8,000 GP. And we can now use that along with our left back 3-star, and we can pick up Ashley Young. Ashley Young will go straight into the team, of course, and we are also going to need some more reinforcements because it is getting difficult to play these 3-star teams. So luckily we've got our long throw scout now. We can use that. We've also picked up a 5-star central midfielder scout. That's going to sit in our bank for a little while whilst I figure out what to do with him. But from here, we're going to use our other scouts that we've got and pick up our defensive midfielder, Ndidi. I'm really pleased with that. We are going to need something else, though, something more aggressive, faster paced, perhaps a winger, or I've had a look around, and the scout that I want is Canada, because I want to pick up Davis. He plays for Lille, and he's going to be a rocket. Doesn't quite fit the strategy of our team, but I'm going to go for him anyway. Now, into the next game then, the final game for today, playing a very high-rated Juventus team. They've got Kluivert, they've got Babito, Perez, Arshavin, all the legends, and a solid defence and a 91 keeper. So we're again going to struggle with our very low-rated 3-star team here. But let's see what we can do. We are going to be the underdogs for a little while in this series, I feel. But let's see how things open up here as kickoff happens in the Alliance Stadium. And straight away, they're on the prowl, knocking the ball about freely, but not being able to do anything straight away. In fact, we're going to have a few options here to attack early on as well, knocking the ball about quite comfortably. They're not the best. Oh, and the problem is here, we're going to get some shots on, but a 91 keeper with our options of long shots and trying to work the ball up, it's going to be hard to pass him. And as you can see, Juventus can just knock the ball around quite comfortably, even with a decent back line that we have. A bit of a blunder there, and Kluivert, he just takes one turn, smashes it in, and there's the first goal, 1-0, as we head into the first half here. Or half-time, rather. So you can see, though, possession-wise, I've got 53% and also 4 shots on target compared to their 1 shot on target. But when you've got star players like Juventus have, you only need the 1 shot. Here's our first chance of the second half. Ronaldo, oh, it just takes a bit of a deflection and bumbles out for a corner. Very unlucky there. Nothing came of that corner, but we've got Ronaldo going down the wing again. He sees a player down the back end, but again, the defence can make you do of that. And now we're going to pop on some substitutions. So we're actually going to put Castagned, the right back, up front, because that's a bit of a secondary slot for him. And again, another couple of chances from the corner, but just not being able to really finish anything, unfortunately. They've got too many men back. They're too overpowered for our players, even though we're playing much better than them. And again, another attempt from Cristiano. He cuts it back to Murat, who dinks it, and it's hit the post. That was really our best chance so far. Another failed corner, whipped in, and unfortunately that is going to be full time there. Couldn't really get anywhere past their keeper, the few chances that we had, and we did have quite a few actually compared to Juventus, as we see here. 5 shots on target compared to their 2, 53% possession. Played much better than them, but just couldn't quite get that goal that we needed. Unlucky there. So we're going to jump over to our last bit of action for this video, and it is picking up the player I mentioned earlier, David, and yeah, going to be real happy with him as a winger and potentially centre forward here. He's going to slot straight in there, 74. Unfortunately, he can drop back into the midfield as well if we need him. But we're going to see how this new team gets on in the next episode. I think we're going to jump straight into a game. That is our new lineup. We're getting stronger. We still don't really have too much on the bench with a couple of 70 players, but hopefully the new winger is going to inspire us, and we're going to have some pace to get some more goals on, or shots on target for goals. There we go.